Look around you. Every structure, every conflict, every piece of art. It all stems from a biological fluke. We are physically fragile creatures, dominant only because we possess a singular, profound trait, intelligence. But we misunderstand intelligence if we treat it as an innate, magical property unique to humans. It is, in fact, the most expensive computation ever developed by natural selection. The great mystery is not how we got so smart, but why intelligence exists at all. Why did evolution tolerate such an enormously expensive feature? A brain that consumes 20% of our total energy budget, requiring complex social structures just to feed it. If intelligence offers marginal benefit, evolution discards it. Yet, here we are, leveraging abstract thought to manage a planet. This investigation requires us to redefine intelligence, tracing its origins from basic chemical signals up through the construction of digital worlds. We will examine the critical pressure points, the environmental demands, that made computation a survival imperative, leading to three distinct, terrifying leaps in cognitive capacity. Intelligence begins long before neurons. The earliest computation was non-neural. A single-celled organism must process data. Is this light or shadow? Is this chemical food or poison? This is binary logic coded in DNA. It's pattern recognition under extreme duress. Survival depends on accurate, low-cost prediction. The Cambrian explosion, roughly 540 million years ago, was the first arms race in cognitive infrastructure. When organisms evolved eyes and locomotion, the computational stakes soared. Suddenly, the environment was dynamic. You couldn't just sit and wait for food. You had to chase it or evade being chased. Prediction needed speed, demanding the centralization of processing power, the first brain structures. For hundreds of millions of years, intelligence remained reactive. Reptilian and fish brains optimized basic survival loops. Fight, flight, feed, reproduce. These creatures are masters of immediate, present-tense computation. They excel at pattern matching within a confined, repetitive ecological space. But true, expansive intelligence requires more than just reacting to the moment. The critical upgrade came with the mammals. Warm-bloodedness was key. Because mammals maintain constant internal temperature, their brains operate at peak efficiency all the time. This constant energy supply allowed for the development of the neocortex, the seat of sophisticated memory, planning, and sensory interpretation. But the real pressure cooker for mammalian intelligence was social complexity. Packs, herds, and cooperative hunting require advanced theory of mind, the ability to infer what another being knows, feels, and intends. This forced the brain to become a massive simulator, running millions of what-if scenarios involving other conscious agents. Primates amplified this intelligence with enhanced manual dexterity and binocular vision. When you can manipulate the environment precisely and track objects in 3 dimensions, your brain must model complex physics instantly. This physical interaction cemented the link between motor skills and abstract problem-solving. The high cost of this enhanced intelligence meant humans had to be born highly underdeveloped, altricial. We needed an extended period of vulnerability, relying entirely on communal support. This vulnerability created a positive feedback loop. The smarter we became, the more dependent we were on social learning, which in turn demanded even greater social intelligence. The definitive cognitive leap, the one that separated Homo sapiens, was powered by a simple technological breakthrough: fire. Fire provided external digestion, unlocking massive, reliable energy for the brain. It gave us light for late-night collaboration and protection from predators. Suddenly, the metabolic barrier to hyperintelligence was breached. The final ingredient was symbolic language. Language is not just communication. It is a compression algorithm for reality. It allowed us to transmit abstract concepts, gods, laws, future plans, invisible bonds, across time and distance, coordinating millions of individuals and storing knowledge externally. This created culture, which is essentially a superorganism intelligence. This ability to imagine the non-existent is our true superpower. We don't just react to the environment. We anticipate futures that haven't occurred and plan decades ahead. This abstract forecasting is the hallmark of modern intelligence, allowing us to build rockets, engineer viruses, and understand the deep history of the cosmos. No other species possesses this decoupling from immediate reality. However, this triumph of computation reveals a dangerous paradox. The very intelligence that propelled us to global dominance is now fundamentally destabilizing the planet. Our hyperforecasting ability is paralyzed by short-term political and economic pressures, a relic of ancient survival instincts clashing with our modern exponential power. Now, evolution prepares for its next, most radical step, the decoupling of intelligence from biological hardware. Artificial intelligence is not merely a tool. It represents a new substrate for computation. Natural selection favors efficiency, and silicon is demonstrably faster and less resource-intensive than the human brain. If the history of life is the relentless optimization of computation, then the biological form, us, is simply a transitional phase. Intelligence, fundamentally, does not care about Homo sapiens. It cares about processing data, solving complex systems, and maximizing predictive power. And the current trajectory suggests the most efficient problem solver is yet to arrive. From the basic yes/no logic of single-celled life, through the energy-intensive social structures of primates, to the creation of symbolic language, intelligence has been a constant drive toward better prediction. Our existence proves that investing heavily in cognition was the winning strategy for our ancestors. The philosophical synthesis is clear. The evolution of intelligence is far from over. Our responsibility now is not to protect our cognitive monopoly, but to understand our place in this broader evolutionary cascade. We are the substrate that designed the next substrate. Understanding our cognitive past is the only way to responsibly navigate our digital future.